The Board of Trustees of Christian Healthcare Center have existed since this organization was founded nearly 110 years ago. It began as a small group of deacons who understood that the community needed to have a place where those in need of mental health care could receive it in a manner that reflected the Christian traditions of the community. Since that founding more than 110 years ago, board members have continued to embrace that vision of our founders in a way that recognizes the changes in our community and the enhancements and the opportunities are to deliver care in an even more abundant manner. Today we provide senior living, short-term rehab, and mental health services, far expanding from what those initial founders envisioned. But yet these services are all delivered in the same Christian manner and with the same mission and vision that was established nearly 110 years ago.
My introduction to Christian healthcare, of course, was when my mother-in-law was a resident here, so I was first very impressed and thankful for the great care she got from the nurses and the aides at Heritage Manor, as I recall. Later on, when I became more involved and started to serve in the insurance committee and the foundation board, I got to see a lot more behind the curtain, and was, totally impressed with the professionalism and the commitment that everyone has to the residents and to the mission. So it's been a real eye-opener to see how much hard work and dedication goes into providing the services that, the care services for these residents here. And it's quite an accomplishment, quite an achievement.
The Christian Healthcare Center is unique and special for a whole host of reasons. It begins, I think, with the fact that there's a very clear mission to be the hands of Christ to those that we care for. And that flows through the entire organization. There is a focus, first and foremost, on our residents, our clients, our consumers. There's also a focus on our employees. We are an employer of choice. And again, the fact that we are mission-focused enables us to attract people who believe in that mission, and that shows through in everything that we do.
The Christian Healthcare Center team that I'm blessed to serve with is continuously committed to excellence and improving upon what we do. And we know that the drive for that comes so significantly from our boards of trustees. They understand and value the heritage of this organization. They are humbled by and understand the importance of the name that we bear. It calls upon us to do our very best. When I come in the morning each day and I come through the lobby, I pass by a cornerstone that reads, "Inasmuch as you've done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, you've done it unto me." That establishes an expectation of excellence like none other. So when we are presented with a National Gold Award for quality, one of not even 40 that have earned that distinction over the last 20 years, the first in New Jersey for nursing home and assisted living services, it's an encouraging affirmation of that drive for excellence. But it's also a reminder that we need to keep working on that strive for excellence each and every day. And I'm so thankful that the Board of Trustees is there to encourage us, to guide us, and to remind us where the source of that yearning for excellence comes from.
The Christian Healthcare Center is a very special place, and I think what's become apparent to me in the years that I've become more familiar with the staff, the leadership, and the board members is the commitment that resonates throughout the organization. It's from top to bottom, and everybody's focused on doing a better job and excellence of care. So I think the mission to provide health, wellness, and compassionate care to all our residents is very paramount in everybody's mind, and that creates a great environment to work for.
When I think back to the work that has been done by the previous boards, I'm particularly impressed by the foresight that they had with regard to the services that were going to be needed as we move forward. We continue to have those discussions today on a regular basis as healthcare continues to evolve. And when we look at how our missions have expanded and branched off in years past, we see the fruit of that vision and that commitment on the part of the board to explore where we need to go and where we need to be as we look to the future.
As we celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Christian Healthcare Center Foundation, it's so appropriate that we use this opportunity to recognize our volunteer members of our boards of trustees. The way in which they have tirelessly and unselfishly delivered and shared their time and their talents and their treasures with this organization to enable us to be the hands of Christ and effectively in the lives of those that we serve, to be supportive of the staff, to be listening to the community. The boards have played such an important role. I am so thankful for their partnership and leadership, and what an outstanding evening this is for us to celebrate these boards, past and present.
911 emergency.
Through Christian Healthcare Center's desire to serve the community, there is probably no better example of what the heart of those communities is about than the service and devotion of their first responders. One of the blessings that I have had in my nearly 30 years with this organization is getting to know those communities, and especially our first responders, to see the way in which they, in a totally unselfish manner, give of themselves when the call comes. Whether it's a need on this campus or on one of our Wayne campuses or nearby, they don't ask why, they just respond. They show up and they make a difference. They give of themselves until the job is done. And it has been so humbling and so encouraging for me and for my colleagues to work alongside and to be inspired by our first responders in serving our community.
The vision of Christian Healthcare Center is to be the hands of Christ through expressions of love and mercy. The many images of hands contributing to our mission adorn our halls and are the most powerful reminders of this spirit of servanthood. The first responders of Hawthorne, Wayne, and Wyckoff, police and fire departments, ambulance corps, and first aid squad are extensions of our vision. Their ongoing mission to protect, serve, and support our community aligns with CHCC's mission. These everyday heroes sacrifice and care for our communities with dignity, compassion, and honor, protecting and serving nearly 93,000 community members collectively, including the nearly 2,000 individuals on CHCC's 3 campuses, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Each day, first responders risk their own safety in the performance of their duties. CHCC salutes first responders and their families. We honor them for their heroic efforts and pray for their safety and well-being.
Thank you, Hawthorne Volunteer Ambulance Corps.
Thank you, Wyckoff Police Department.
Thank you, Wayne Police.
Thank you, Hawthorne Fire Department.
Thank you, Wayne First Aid Squad.
Thank you, Wyckoff Police Department.
Thank you, Hawthorne Police Department.
Thank you, Wayne Fire Department.
Thank you, Wyckoff Fire Department.
Thank you, Hawthorne Volunteer Ambulance Corps.
Thank you, Wayne Police Department.
Thank you, Wayne First Aid Squad.
Thank you, Hawthorne Fire Department.
Thank you, Wyckoff Police.
Thank you, Hawthorne Volunteer Ambulance Corps.
Thank you, Wayne First Aid Squad.
Thank you, Wyckoff Police.
Thank you, Hawthorne Fire Department.
Thank you, Wayne Police.
Thank you, Wyckoff Fire Department.
Thank you, Hawthorne Police.
Thank you, Wayne First Aid Squad.
Thank you, Wyckoff Police Department.
Thank you, Hawthorne Fire Department.
Thank you, Wayne Police.
Thank you, Wyckoff Fire Department.
Thank you, Hawthorne Volunteer Ambulance Corps.
Thank you, Wayne Fire Department.
Thank you, Wyckoff Volunteer Ambulance.
Thank you, Hawthorne Fire Department.
Thanks, Wayne Police Department.
Thank you, Wyckoff Police Department.
Thank you, Hawthorne Fire Department.
Thank you, Wayne Police.
Thank you, Hawthorne Volunteer Ambulance Corps.
Thank you, Wayne Fire Department.